That's what you call a Justice League film. Greetings, salutations, Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel, and today, my eyebrows, man. I will be scooting this back. Today, I'm going to be bringing you guys my initial reaction, spoiler review of Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was released today on HBO Max. Today is March 18th, and we have waited 4 years, right? 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 years for this film. And let me just tell you guys, it didn't disappoint. It was... Okay, before I say that. So you guys know how much I love Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, both the theatrical version and the Ultimate Edition. You guys know how much I'm a huge fan of Zack Snyder's previous work. I'm going to say this. This is Zack Snyder's best work to date. I love this film so much. It is by far Zack's best work. I'm speechless because a director has finally got his vision onto the screen, whether it's small screen or big screen. He got his vision that he wanted. Zack Snyder fans have been supporting him, and even the Russo brothers, who directed the Avengers Infinity War and the Avengers Endgame, they supported him and sent congratulations to him. And I'm sure James Gunn will say the same thing, because he's a huge fan of both DC and Marvel, as am I. I love when directors of a different rivaling company supports another director of a different company. Because if you think about it, Hollywood's one big thing. Yeah, there are companies like Marvel and, Walt Disney and, the DC Comics and Warner Brothers or Pixar or Sony Pictures, but it's all one thing. It's all one big group. When they come together and they make a film, you could tell that they put a lot of care into it. And this is an example. This film is so amazing. I love this film so much. And I have my Justice League hat on because it's a day to celebrate. So much better than the theatrical one. The theatrical one, I don't even want to watch that ever again. I really don't. I'll watch this one. I will watch this one every day for the rest of my life, and I'll be good. It's just so much goodness. It answered a lot of things that was not covered in either Batman vs. Superman or Justice League. And you guys know how much I love Batman vs. Superman. But there was so much that wasn't answered, but there was so much that was answered. And oh, let me get into the characters. So first we have Superman, played by Henry Cavill. He's not in it that much, just like the theatrical version. He comes back after they use the mother box to wake him up. Henry Cavill's performance as Superman proves that he is my Superman. Not Brendan Routh, not Tom Welling, not Tyler Hoechlin. He is my modern day Superman, okay? Let me just say that. Christopher Reeve is always going to be King Superman, okay? But Henry Cavill, in my opinion, is the modern day Superman, okay? Brendan Routh was great as Superman. Tyler Hoechlin is doing a great job on TV. Tom Welling did good. I mean, I don't really like Smallville, but Tom Welling did good. But Henry Cavill, I'm sorry. To me, he trumps them all. His chemistry with Amy Adams is something that is so... It's just so noteworthy. It's just so good. It's just amazing. And I really want Amy Adams back as Lois Lane. She's so good as this character. Now, if they make a Man of Steel sequel, will I be upset if they recast Lois Lane? Yes. But it is what it is. Hollywood recasts a lot of people. It's fine, but at the same time, Amy Adams is amazing as Lois Lane. But anyways, back to Cavill. Henry Cavill as Superman. I loved him since Man of Steel. I've been a huge... I was a fan of him before Superman. Like, I watched The Tudors, and I love The Tudors. And even on The Witcher. The Witcher is amazing. And then, The Man from Tomorrow. And also Mission Impossible Fallout. He did a really great job in that one. But Superman, excellent. Next is Ben Affleck as Batman. I am one of those rare people that actually loves Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he did a really great job. I think that I'm so glad that all of his comedic lines were gone from the original Justice League, because those just did not work at all. I mean, some of them were funny, but other times it was just like forced. It just wasn't good to me. I think he really embraced Batman. You could tell he loves Batman. He loves Bruce Wayne. He's just great. I think he's a great Batman. I really cannot wait to see him in Flashpoint. And obviously, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Always amazing. She had a line in the film where Alfred is making a gauntlet for Batman. It was to resist the Parademon's guns. And I almost said Lois Lane. Wonder Woman comes around and says, "Why didn't you make him a lasso as well?" Black, of course. Because it was kind of like a nod to, like, Batman is doing his gauntlet model after Wonder Woman, because you know how when she does this, she creates like a shockwave. I don't know. I found that funny. The thing about this version of Wonder Woman, I'm not talking about this particular film. This version, Gal Gadot's version of Wonder Woman, she's so good in this role. She went from like this mysterious warrior in BBS to a naive young warrior princess in her own film to, I don't know what you want to call her in 1984. Like, superhero, I guess, to badass full-fledged warrior in Justice League. I think it's great. You know, we go from like young, naive to superhero to full-fledged warrior. It's just amazing. I thought she did great. Jason Momoa as Aquaman. You know, I always loved Jason Momoa, so when he was cast as Aquaman, I was not at all nervous because he was going to do great, and he did. This line of DC films actually made Aquaman cool, and that never happens with Aquaman. I just love his version of this character. I just think that I'm so over like the cheesy, you know, perfect hair, muscle like this, looking down that way with his like cheesy speech, to like this cool Hawaiian surfer dude. I think to me it fits well with this character. And his chemistry with Amber Heard, I'm gonna say it. Sorry, Amber Heard haters. His chemistry with her is great. I don't like Amber Heard, but she did great. Also, I forgot that she has an accent in both Zack Snyder's Justice League and the original Justice League. Because in Aquaman, she didn't really have an accent. But to me, it makes perfect sense for her to have one, in my opinion. Do I wish that she would have kept the accent in Aquaman? A little bit, but can't change it now. Ezra Miller as Flash. I think with Flash, how can I say this? He's almost like the Spider-Man of the group, and not the Justice League like entirety of, you know, like comics and shows and whatever. I'm talking about this version, this particular version of the team. He's very much like Spider-Man, you know, young, naive, just coming into his power, you know, that kind of stuff. I think he did a really great job with Flash. And here's the thing about the original Flash and the original Justice League. Not the comic, the film. His line about brunch, while I did agree, like, brunch is kind of useless in my opinion, but it just didn't really fit well into the film. I wish, though, they would have kept his race with Superman at the end. I think that would have been a really funny thing to watch with proper filming and proper editing. That's probably the only thing, that's probably one of the few things I loved about the original one. So, Ray Fisher as Cyborg. I think this one's kind of hard to talk about because, you know, he had so many, like, really bad situations on set with Joss Whedon, and I don't know if he's coming back as Cyborg, to be honest with you. They may recast him. I don't know. If they do, that'll be a shame because he did a really, really good job with Cyborg. You could totally tell this, when he becomes a cyborg, is really taking a toll on him because he's literally seeing everything through technology. And I think Ray Fisher's performance, you know, going from human to computer was awesome. I think he did a really, 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 really good job. And also, this is his first major role. You know, the character of Cyborg, this is a huge responsibility because everybody knows who Cyborg is. Whether you watch just Teen Titans or read the comics or watched the previous films, this is a huge role. And I think Ray Fisher took it seriously, and I think he did a great job. However, the circumstances, not with Zack Snyder, but with Joss Whedon, I think, to me, tainted his experience playing Cyborg. From from what I've been seeing. And it's a shame because an actor should feel comfortable on set with their director at all times. And I guess Gal Gadot has been saying some stuff as well. And then aside from, you know, the major characters, obviously, we get, you know, Amber Heard as Mira. She did great as his character. Really hard for me to say, but she did a really good job as his character. Willem Dafoe as Volko, I think that's his name. He didn't really have a lot of screen time, but he did good. Hippolyta, holy damn, Hippolyta. She's a bad bitch. Now I know where Wonder Woman gets it from. Joe Morton as Silas Stone. Papa Pope is the scientist, and I love Papa Pope. I love this actor, Joe Morton. I think he's a great actor. I'm sorry, I forget the guy that played Steppenwolf. I'm blanking on his name. I'll put his name down here. But this version of Steppenwolf, his design, everything has changed. He looked great, and he was amazing. Darkseid, you guys, I've been waiting for a live action Darkseid, and I got it. And this is amazing. Darkseid in this film was awesome. I did put a disclaimer in the title and at the beginning of this video that I was going to talk about spoilers. So here I go. Martian Manhunter looked so cool. I can't even speak. He looks so cool. Oh my god, I'm getting like childhood memories. He just looks so cool because the Martian Manhunter on Supergirl looked awesome. David Harwood is great. But the film Martian Manhunter looks amazing. He has the red X. His skin looks great. I'm so happy we got him in the live action. I mean, I knew he was gonna be in it, but seeing him, amazing. Joe Maganello as Deathstroke, like I said, didn't really have a lot of screen time. I have high hopes for him in the future for this character because he obviously looks the part, and I'm sure he can act the part. I think if he gets his own film, which I think he will, he's gonna do great. Jared Leto as Joker. I mean, I've always liked Jared Leto. I know, throw tomatoes at me. I always liked Jared Leto as Joker. I think this version of Joker works for this particular version of these characters. Like, I'm sorry, you can't have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker going up against Ben Affleck's Batman, or Jared Leto's Joker going up against Christian Bale's Batman, or Heath Ledger's Joker going up against Val Kilmer or Michael Keaton or whatever, because they're all different Batmans and different Jokers. And for me, this version of Joker works for this particular line of these superhero films, and he obviously looks really different from his look in Suicide Squad. I actually really liked his appearance at the end of this film. So now on to the things that have changed. Everything. Everything has changed. From the coloring, to the editing, to the acting, to the fights, to just the costumes. Just gone are those ridiculous, excessive, overdone butt shots of Wonder Woman. And hello, her speed, strength, and beauty. I was so over these butt shots of Wonder Woman in the theatrical one, because it was just so unnecessary. It was just so unnecessary. Because why do I need Wonder Woman is sexy, yes, but I don't need to see her ass every 5 seconds. Also, you could really tell after watching this one, after watching the Joss Whedon one, which has been deemed Josstice League, which I will be calling from now on. You could tell who shot what. So you could tell just by the coloring and the filming. Like, okay, Zack is a little darker. Joss is a little brighter. Doesn't really work at all. I didn't realize how many scenes were cut short in the theatrical one. Because the original theatrical one was going to be like almost closer to like 3 hours. Like before it was cut to 2. It was just so disheartening after thinking about it. The studio and whoever put this film together really did not want Zack Snyder's version of Justice League to be on the screen. And that's a shame, because they're probably kicking themselves in the ass right now after watching this, because this was amazing. And also, I really love the fact that we get to deal with the consequences of their actions. Like, if they bring back Superman and what could possibly go wrong, it's going to be the end of the world. Literally, Darkseid will make Earth his planet of apocalypse. You know, the Justice League will be dead. It's just not a pretty sight, you know, at all. And this was really And this was really Injustice inspired as well. I'm not saying that that's confirmed, but in my opinion, it looked like it was Injustice inspired, which is fine because I totally love both the Injustice games. If I had to pick a favorite scene, I'm going to pick a favorite scene from each of the characters. So from Superman first appeared after Steppenwolf is trying to cut Cyborg, but Superman comes in and goes like this, and the axe hits his shoulder, and he goes, not impressed, and he uses his freeze breath to break the ice. I thought that was kind of cool. Favorite scene from Wonder Woman? I don't know, the opening sequence with her in action, I thought that was kind of cool. Either that, or when she's exploring the cave, after, the Queen sent the warning fire, and she goes down into the caverns, and she sees the carvings, and she gets real scared when she sees Darkseid. Yo, Wonder Woman's a badass, but when you see her get scared, it's legitimately scary when you see Wonder Woman get scared. Or any superhero. My favorite scene for Batman, probably when he's talking to Barry in his loft for the first time. For Cyborg, probably when he's explaining how Silas brought him back. I think that was a very emotional, sequence. For Aquaman, obviously the big battle with Steppenwolf. For Flash, when he's going at the speed of light, faster than the speed of light, and it's like slow motion, and he's like, you know, and like the ground is like coming back into life, I guess. I just thought that was a really well done scene, and the CGI for that scene was awesome. I do have one question though. There's a scene where Barry and Cyborg are digging up Superman's body in the cemetery, and it cuts to Barry looking at Diana and says, Wonder Woman. Do you think she's ever been with a young guy? I'm like, how did you name her Wonder Woman? Because they never once said Wonder Woman at all. So that's my one question. But other than that, it was totally perfection. And I'm really pissed this is not canon. It should be canon. This should be every single film after this should not necessarily be set after this film, but like either during or something like that. You know, I try to say that as best I can, because obviously now Martian Manhunter is getting his own film. It's not confirmed. I just want it to be done, because that should be done. What will the next Wonder Woman hold? Like, what is she gonna deal with in the next one? Is she gonna try and go back to Themyscira? And obviously Flash is getting his own film. I have a theory that Flashpoint may almost reset, not like completely like reboot, like cancel all the films, but like reboot all the events that happened in the films. If Barry fixes the timeline at the end of the film, what is that gonna do to the films afterwards and going forward? Like with Days of Future Past, after Wolverine comes back and Storm and Cyclops and Jean come back, then the rest of the films, previous films, are kind of like null and void. They don't really matter at that point, you know? Not just me rambling. So this film is obviously a 10 out of 10, 15 out of 10, okay? I'm so happy Zack got his vision, and his daughter should be really proud. So that's it for my review of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I will be back soon with another video. If you guys like this video, big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts of this film. And for more content, subscribe button is right over there, and I'll see everyone soon in my next video. Deuces.